Boys and girls, you have done a great job learning about oviparous and viviparous animals. And today we're going to read a story by Leo Leone called An Extraordinary Egg. Ooh, are those eggs? Or are those pebbles? An extraordinary egg. On Pebble Island there lived 3 frogs, Marilyn, August, and one who was always somewhere else. That one's name was Jessica. Jessica was full of wonder. She would go on long walks way to the other side of Pebble Island and return at the end of the day shouting, "Look what I found!" And even if it was nothing but an ordinary little pebble, she would say, "Isn't it extraordinary?" But Marilyn and August were never impressed. One day, in a mound of stones, she found one that stood out from all the others. It was perfect, white like the snow and round like the full moon on a midsummer night. Even though it was almost as big as she was, Jessica decided to bring it home. Oh, she's rolling it. That's a good idea. I wonder what Marilyn and August will say when they see this, she thought, as she rolled that beautiful stone to the small inlet where the 3 of them lived. "Look what I found!" she shouted triumphantly. "A huge pebble!" This time Marilyn and August were truly astonished. "That is not a pebble," said Marilyn, who knew everything about everything. "It's an egg, a chicken egg." "A chicken egg? How do you know it's a chicken egg?" asked Jessica, who had never even heard of a chicken. Marilyn smiled. "There are some things you just know." A few days later the frogs heard a strange noise coming from the egg. They watched in amazement as the egg cracked, and out crawled a long, scaly creature that walked on 4 legs. "See," said Marilyn, "I was right. It is a chicken." "A chicken!" they all shouted. The chicken took a deep breath, grunted, gave each of the astonished frogs a look, and said in a small, raspy voice, "Where is the water?" "Straight ahead!" the frogs cried out excitedly. "Ooh, is that a chicken that came out of that egg?" The chicken threw herself into the water and the frogs dove in after her. To their surprise, the chicken was a good swimmer, and fast too, and she showed them new ways to float and paddle. They had a wonderful time together and played from sun up to sundown, and so it went for many days. Then one day when Jessica was somewhere else, August and Marilyn saw a commotion in the water below them. Someone was in trouble. Quickly the chicken dove into the dark pool. August and Marilyn were frightened. After a few long moments, the chicken reappeared carrying Jessica. I'm all right, she called. I just got tangled in the weeds, but the chicken saved me. From that day on, Jessica and her rescuer were inseparable friends. Whenever Jessica went somewhere, the chicken went too. They traveled all over the island. They went to Jessica's secret thinking place. And to the Great Pebble Monument. One day they went to a place where Jessica had never been before. A red and blue bird flew down from a tree. "Oh, there you are!" it exclaimed when it saw the chicken. "Your mother has been looking all over for you. Come on, I will take you to her." Ooh, who could Chicken's mom be? They followed the bird for a very long time. They walked and they walked. They walked under the warm sun and the very cool moon. And then they came upon the most extraordinary creature that they had ever seen. It was asleep, but when it heard the little chicken shout, "Mother!" it slowly opened one eye, smiled an enormous smile, and in a voice as gentle as the whispering grass, said, "Come here, my sweet little alligator." And the little chicken climbed happily onto her mother's nose. "Now it's time for me to go," said Jessica. "I'll miss you very much, little chicken. Come visit me soon, and bring your mother too." Jessica couldn't wait to tell Marilyn and August what had happened. As she neared the inlet, she shouted, "Guess what I found?" And she told them all about it. "And do you know what the mother chicken said to her baby?" Jessica asked. "She called her my sweet little alligator." "Alligator," said Marilyn. "What a silly thing to say." And the three frogs could not stop laughing. Oh, I hope you liked that book. A little frog discovers an extraordinary egg on Pebble Island. Can you think of where the setting was? Which means, where did that story take place? And who were the two main characters in that story? Okay. Now what I would like you to do is think about this paper. If you could have an oviparous animal as a pet, which one would you select? And why would you pick that pet? So you do not have this paper at home, but you can take a piece of notebook paper. And can you think of what oviparous animal you would like to have for a pet? And write why you would like it and why. And draw a nice picture of it too, using lots of color. If you want, you can take a picture of it and send it to Mrs. Tierney so I can see in Seesaw, and you can record your voice reading it to me, or you can share it with a parent at your home. Good luck writing. Don't forget to start with an uppercase letter, leave those spaces between words, and end with punctuation. Bye-bye.